Finally, there are two special promotions, a calendar or a notepad or whatever, something with what we call stickability. Let's talk about the 842 for a moment, the 8 postcards, okay? Couple of things here. First of all, this is the new Every Door Direct postal piece. It's larger than the average postcards. This was a big postcard, and you can see that it's even bigger. The reason it's so cheap is because it just goes every door. You don't have to label it. It goes to every single door. Now, the thing you want to remember that if you're going to be doing this type of mailing is that you are going to have to mail to non-owner occupieds because they're not going to get this piece. It's going to get to the tenant that lives in the house. And you do not want to not mail to your non-owner occupieds because they are a very viable list of sellers. In fact, because they own more than one property, it's like marketing to 2 or 3 households with one mailer. Now, this happens to be a little something that we came up with at the CAR convention. It says, have you had any thoughts of selling your home at all? And we really like that because a lot of times people aren't thinking of selling, but they have thoughts of selling their home. Then on the other side, we happen to make this a condo piece. We're the #1 company in the area, so we said, why not put the power of the #1 company to work for you? We mail these out. Now, this particular person, he mailed out 600 of these, and he's so far gotten 2 calls to talk to them about listing his house. It may turn into rentals because they're underwater a little bit, but that's exactly what you want to have done. This is this is what I would call a shelf piece, okay? Because it can sit on the shelf for 3 to 6 months because the market data is not going to change that much. When you start doing this kind of marketing, you're going to get busy, and then you cannot wait for a property to close or scramble, go, I got to get something out. You have to have at least 2 shelf pieces sitting on the shelf that you can just grab and pop in the mail. Okay, this is a slightly different one. This one we actually mailed out today, but this has closed properties on it. But again, this is Every Door Direct mail, 14.5 cents to get this piece into somebody's mailbox. It's very economical. This card, we're trying to get the price down, but it's about 25 cents right now, so it's 40 cents a door to get it in the person's mailbox, okay? This is a slightly different piece. Again, a shelf piece because this information is not going to change. Now, this is one of those things that I said has some stickability because what it is it's got my name on it and my phone number, but it has all the local merchants on it. Now, one of the benefits of this is that people are going to keep this and they're going to keep it in their kitchen drawer or on their refrigerator. But the other benefit to it is that you can go to all of these merchants and say, hey, by the way, I promoted you. Okay, so if you ever hear of anybody that's thinking about selling, maybe you'll toss them my name. It's kind of fun because we have all of the restaurants on here and I needed a dinner reservation that I had not prepared for. And when I called up and spoke to the person and said, hey, can you squeeze me in? It was like, oh yeah, sure, Phil, no problem, because they knew we had done this card for them. So, and there was a couple of mechanics on here. A guy had listed his house with us and I made sure that he got listed first. And he was grateful that, this goes out to about 5,000 homes. So no charge to them. We're just doing it because it has stickability. On the 2 special promotions, you want it to be a calendar or a notepad or something like that. So actually have the typical calendars that everybody mails out here and notepads. Now I want to tell you something about notepads and stickability. Okay, this is a notepad of me 12 years ago. Okay, I haven't worked for RE/MAX in 12 years. We started our own company, the Real Estate Consultants, 12 years ago, and this notepad's still sticking around. So if you want to talk about stickability where people are going to see your name, there you have it. So twice a year, notepad, calendar, those are your 2 big promotions, and then one of these 8 months, and every quarter, a quarterly report with the statistics, your market insight, where you think it's all going. So here are the economics of farming and why it's an absolute no-brainer. If you mail 1,000 people a month, it's going to cost you about 50 cents a person to mail them something, including the special promotions. That's 500 a month. Okay, you have to take a look at this as an investment in your business. If 4% of the 1,000 people move, that's 40 sales. Now, if 40% of those people are not predisposed to who they're going to use as their agent, like their brother or their past agent, then there are 16 sales up for grabs. And if you can get 30 of them, 30% of them, you're going to get 5 sales. If the average price is $600,000, that's a $15,000 commission. You're going to be making about $60,000 there. How many times a year do you want to trade $6,000 for $60,000? So, now once you've developed the farm and it's a profitable little business for you, you keep it, maintain it, and start another one. Okay, you don't want to go crazy getting too big too early, because what will kill you in farming or in any business is expansion or too much reach. Okay, what you want is frequency. So you want to get a manageable farm between 500 and 1,000 that you can commit to the 842. Now, I've been doing this for 27 years. 12 years ago, we started our own company, and we've coached a lot of real estate agents. If you ask any of the big boys, they'll all tell you that if they had to start all over, they would have never stopped farming, and they would have done it in a little more systematic way. And when you do the 842 and you know what you're going to mail, it really makes being a direct mail marketer much easier and much more successful. So that's about all I have for you on this farming. But before I go, I want to give you just a couple of enhancements. One, if you really want to get a fast start on this, blast a little harder in the beginning. Like maybe do every 2 weeks. Okay? Maybe six mailers in the first 12 weeks, because the people, after they've seen that number of mailers, they don't realize how long they've seen you. They only know that they know you. Okay, so if you want to get a little fast start, that's the way to do it. Secondly, co-advertise with a symbiotic company or a non-competitive business. Okay, this is an example of advertising with non-competitive businesses, even though we didn't ask them to participate in the cost of this piece. We just did this piece because we think it'll stick around for a while. But there are a lot of people that are looking for the same customers you're looking for. Lenders, title guys, escrow customer service people. So anyways, consider that to defer the cost of this. Finally, work to get an email address from the people. Now, I'll give you a little idea. If you do a mailer like this, take it to these restaurants and just ask them if they would give you a $50 gift certificate to Truxton's, which is one of the restaurants on here. They probably will, because it really doesn't cost them much. Their food costs are maybe 30–40%. So you give them a $50 gift card, it really is a $15 cost to them. You don't think that they want to go out on all these pieces for 15 bucks? This is the best advertising deal that they're ever going to get. Then you can use it in your future pieces and say, answer a trivia question by email and win a chance to win a $50 gift card to Truxton's. So you're bringing it all in, you're having fun, you know what you're supposed to be doing in advance of doing it, and that's how you run a successful farm. So until I see you again, enjoy yourself, have fun with real estate, and good luck with you and your marketing. Take care.